Letting the air out of my butt. Oh no, that's definitely the teaser. Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and this is my first experience with blood flow restriction training. So I will be using these cuffs to do just what it sounds like. Cut off my blood flow and then work out. Why? Well, high resistance training is best for growing muscle, so lifting a lot is good. But this BFR training is light weights combined with cutting off your blood, also known as blood flow occlusion, and it has been shown to have similar results to lifting heavy. So basically some bro was like, yo, what if I just stopped blood from getting to my muscles? I would get just as messed up, but not have to lift so much. Well, it turns out that bro is correct, and I thought that bro was a recent dude because I keep seeing it all the time now, it's really trendy, but it turns out he was actually a bro in Japan in the 1960s, so this has been around a while. And it's been used a lot clinically for people who can't lift heavy, like say you just got back from surgery or you have chronic pain. You could use these cuffs to restrict your blood flow and lift light, but get the same results as if you were doing something high intensity. But not just clinically now, it's become more popular with bodybuilders and on social media I see it, and so I would like to call it from now on extreme lightweight bodybuilding. I'm also interested in this because a lot of you know I have trouble finding time to deload and take a break, so it's a way to keep working your muscles and give your joints some rest. These ones are made by Egg2Way, shout out to them for hooking up Fitness Outrageous. I'm a little bit nervous about this. There are things that can go wrong, like it's never a great idea to stop your body from doing what it does naturally, necessarily, which in this case would be blood flowing to all of the areas of you. It's also bad for people who have poor circulation, and I turn purple in my hands when I'm cold, so... Oh, this is cool. Satisfying. I feel like a freaking doctor. Dope! There's also the potential for deep vein thrombosis, which is a blood clot, or that blood clot could go to your lungs, or you could have nerve damage, or a delayed onset muscle soreness, which is what I'm looking for. This is not to scare you away necessarily, I'm just giving you all of the information. And I did read, there are a couple of questions you should ask before you start BFR training. Does the treatment have a clinically relevant benefit that outweighs the risks? No. Is there a different treatment you could do that could get the same results? Yeah, I could just lift heavy. I would like to propose a third question. Am I gonna do it anyway? Yes. Okay, you wanna put the cuffs proximally to your muscle, which means closer to your trunk on your arms or legs. I'm doing biceps today. And I say biceps because it's also best for isolation movements, so I wouldn't be doing like pull-ups with this. And then you just pop it on, easy, fill her up, and then switch it to the other side. Now, finding the right pressure is the thing here. In a clinical setting, you would use an ultrasound or plethysmography to figure out if you've cut off the artery and then cut back 40 to 80%. Because what you want to do is have the artery still working, but the veins cut off. So technically you're letting blood into the muscle, but then not letting it leave. So you get that pump, yeah. This is certainly a non-clinical setting. So there's a perceived wrap tightness suggestion of 7 out of 10. So basically I go 70% as tight as possible. Sure, that feels exactly, precisely, maybe perfect. And then you can take the pump off and do it on the other side. Oops, I forgot to look at what the pressure was on that one so I can make them equal. Okay, just know that I'm gonna get it right. Let's go lift. Looking more like I'm about to go to the kiddie pool. Now the way you wanna do this is low intensity but high reps. So this is a very lightweight for me curling, like 20 to 40% of your 1 rep max, and then do it 30 times for your first set. Whoa. This feels so weird. Oh, I can feel it getting tighter as I flex. Ooh! What? This is so interesting. I'm already like feeling fatigued. Oh, I'm also super warm. My arms are looking a little purple on the forearm area. 29, 30. Weird. Okay, soreness already. No, I don't want to say soreness because that's like the next day I'm probably gonna feel it, which of course I'll be checking in with you about that. But it's more like fatigue right now. I'm gonna lower the pressure just a little bit. You should err on the side of too little pressure because that precise 40 to 80% pressure that I talked about earlier showed that people at 40% had the same effects as at 80%, so you might as well go a little less. Okay, I'm on my second set because very short intervals, that's the goal here too. We're just trying to get all of this blood into the muscles and freak them out as fast as possible. This is also causing a buildup of metabolites like lactic acid. I feel like I'm going to feel this tomorrow. Can't wait to complain to you. For this set, I'm doing 15. Still a super high number. I never do this many in a set. It's so weird using these little dinky dumbbells. Okay. 30 to 60 seconds more. This is also gonna mess with my nervous system because it's going to sense the extreme fatigue. Again, 15 reps here. Wow, I am tired. This is tiring. Okay, 2 more. 2. Come on. 30 seconds. Oh, yeah. Feels super weird, but cool. You know, like the pump you feel in the gym, only it's very manufactured. Okay, last set, 15 again. Oh, I like it. Yes. This almost feels like that idea of harder isn't always better, but like, I know that there's science behind this, so making this harder is doing something. I think, come on. Hello, welcome to my weak channel where I can't curl 10-pound weights. 1 more. Okay, done. Oh, and you're supposed to leave it on throughout the whole thing, which is what I did. You saw me do that, obviously. So it's better to do that than to take the pressure down in the middle and then put it back up. Okay, give me a break. Ooh. Okay, now a part of this too is that the blood rushes back in here and gives me even more of a pump. I'll just flex my way out of this. Oh, woohoo! That feels awesome. Do I look like I have a pump? Just checking out my own LCD screen. Yes, that was way more fun and satisfying than I expected. So the reason I did arms first instead of legs is because, like I mentioned, it should be an isolation movement, and it's kind of hard for me to isolate the muscles in my legs in this gym. Like, I really wished I had a leg curl machine. But BFR has also been used for aerobic exercise, so walking, cycling, you can put it on your legs. And I'd love to try that out for you, but first, let's see how I feel tomorrow. I'm doing an impromptu check-in right now because that workout is interfering with my entire evening. I have never been this fatigued in my biceps. I'm just like, weak. Even making dinner was difficult. This bowl, no, my arms just want to set everything down. I've read completely opposite conflicting information about the next day with BFR. One scientific study said the participants had more soreness than if they'd lift heavy, and a bunch of people online are saying, well, it's just about pumping blood into the muscle, not tearing the muscle down, so you won't be as sore the next day. So after doing my own scientific study, the conclusion is sore. There, yes. So sore, ow. I mean, it's a good sore, obviously. You know this channel is just me being a masochist, but man, that was 1 set of curls, and I'm like, ew. By now you might be thinking, whoa, blood flow restriction is a way to work way less in the gym and still get results, but hold on. Because it gets better. Studies have shown that people improved their aerobic capacity if they were working with BFR at 40% of their VO2 max. So to give that some context, 50% to 60% is like a warm-up. Really light, you should feel like, oh, I could do this all day. So these people were putting in less effort than that and still improved their VO2 max, meaning they were barely trying and still got better aerobic capacity from their workout. I feel like the hardest part of this for me will be the not trying hard. Is that a 7? This is so subjective, I hate it. Nope, that's an 8. There we go. Look, I can flex my leg and make the pressure go up. I will say this is really easy to use. This thing is nice. Really satisfying to pump and super quick to release. And now to spend some leisurely time on the consent bike. Usually when I use this, I go so hard that I taste blood, and that is not an exaggeration. Less than warm up, less than warm up. You got this, Spags. And 30 minutes. Okay. This was not as remarkable feeling as lifting with them, but I did get weak towards the end. Like I was feeling the fatigue when I was pedaling, and it certainly shouldn't have been at that level. I was gonna go longer because I'm not very good at moderation, but I just found the guidelines say 10 to 30 minutes is the cutoff for continuous wear. This also gives pressure ranges, which is really helpful. Should have totally read the directions. And I found out that there's a release valve right here. Just flex all the air out of it. Letting the air out of my butt. Oh no, that's definitely the teaser. But the point is you don't have to put that pump back on to get out of them. Now I should also mention that that fatigue I was feeling means I'm still getting muscle gains too, which means BFR is a way to improve your aerobic capacity and build muscle mass in the same workout, which is really hard to do. And I did all of that with leisurely pedaling. Now it still takes a long amount of time. You have to commit yourself to working out, but it does seem like a hack way of getting better in a different way. And I don't think you should train with just this. I'm certainly not going to have it replace heavy lifting or insane fast intervals, but I'm really stoked to mix it in with my training to add variety and the occasional extreme efficiency. And I say extreme because you saw me get sore after one set, although that may be because I don't usually do those 30 reps at a time, and so it was just my body getting used to it, and that would explain the soreness, even though there should be less muscle damage. So the more I take on this variety, the better I will get at it, and also I really just like doing this. And I kind of joked earlier about how unscientific this is compared to a clinical setting, but this is way more scientific than how people usually do it. Bodybuilding bros in the gym will just use wraps and put them around their arm and go, yeah, that kind of hurts, okay, let's lift. So if you do want to experiment with BFR, I would suggest this system, and I'll put a link in the description for you. And another thing I want to mention, people have also talked about using this passively, meaning you don't work out on them, you just have them on for a question mark amount of time. And that question mark is what interests me because you've seen me wear a weighted vest for a week straight, and ankle weights, oh yeah, and that mask that I wore for 24 hours straight. So should I experiment with these passively, cutting off the circulation of my limbs for an extended period of time? Maybe that's not a good idea based on my problems with moderation. Let me know in the comments! Hey Vest Pally, I'm Allie, and I want to find out if wearing a weighted vest makes me superhuman. Now I've seen a weighted vest challenge that's for 25 days, but that's